Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can configure a policy which will rename the local administrator account on devices, right? So now the devices, which devices we would be renaming this account, right? So majorly those are the devices which are managed by Intune and in both ways. So the first way is to manage those devices using either autopilot enrollment. So those are kind of fully managed devices. And the other way is going to be a kind of a partial management of devices, right? So on the partial management devices, we don't have the full control on devices. So it's better we should manage those devices fully so that we get the full control and we can also make sure those devices get the appropriate policies, right? And it may not give the expected results if in case we are focusing and targeting those partially managed devices instead of making use of fully management devices, right? So I'm going to talk more on to the context of the fully management devices because that's something when it comes to the local admin password or local administrator accounts to be renamed instead of keeping it default, which is administrator, right? And that may impose security risk, right? And also it can be difficult for administrators to use that account for any other purposes, like if device needs to be reimagined or maybe device needs to be uh, clean up something from scratch or reinstall operating system, right? And there are many other tasks that administrator has to perform on different devices by using local administrator accounts, right? And why we are going to rename this because of the first thing would be, or first uh, solution would be to deploy the Windows Labs policies so that we can leverage that account instead of creating brand new account on it, right? And then we can use that account instead, and then that account can be used for the Windows Labs policy, right? So that's the one of the thing. And second or other options we have, including the managing device individually as soon as admin has credentials, then admin can get into the device and do all the administrative task, right? Be it changing some configurations, adding or installing and removing some softwares on it. Maybe we wanted to remesh device manually, right? By using the USB stick and something like that. So those are the different scenarios where we can leverage this account and then we can use that account to make those changes, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to show you step by step here, and then you can go ahead and uh, make use of that appropriately, right? So let me share my screen quickly here, and then you should be able to do it on your tenant, right? So perfect. Here I'm on the Intune portal, right? And here I have already created one of the policies similar before, right? And I wanted to show you how we can do that, right? Because this is something which is helpful for each and every administrators to do, and it can be leveraged effectively. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm on the home page. I'm going to show you from scratch. I'm on the home page on Intune. Click on devices here and then click on Windows, right? And then from once you are in Windows, you need to click on configuration, right? And from here, we need to click on create policies. But before that, I'm going to simply, or let's be keep it and select the platform and then select the templates or settings catalog as it's a setting catalog, right? And then click create, right? So let's give it a name, rename local admin account, right? So I'm going to give it another name because I have already created. So it should not be the same again, right? And then once we give the name and description so that it is easy to understand and know what is it, then click next. So once you are here, you need to add a settings. So once you add a setting here, and setting is going to be something like local security, and search it. So once you select local security, I think this is local security options. No, let me find it here because there are a lot many options under the local security. And to use that exact option, let's do one thing. Meantime, we can go back and find that policy here, and I will pick that up from here. Then local policies, security operations options, right? And then under that we have this option. So let's go back and go ahead and create. So before that, I will simply open it in another tab so that it is going to be easy if in case I need to go back, right? And then give it a name, then select add settings option here, then local policies. Yeah, perfect. So this is that option where we have that option to add in this setting. Now you can scroll down to here, and here's the option, which is accounts, rename administrator account. Even you can rename the accounts for guest as well. And there are a bunch of other options, right? And those can be used as per requirements, right? And then we can go ahead and deploy this policy once it is going to be deployed, right? So definitely we can leverage all of these different settings for different uses and different purpose, and then we can make sure we have appropriate. So now once it is added, you can see that it has administrator, which is a default one or default name. And when we wanted to add new one, so we can add something like org local admin. So now let's say I wanted to keep this name. So I am going to put this name as a local administrator account, right? And this is going to be the administrator account for the whole organizations, right? And this policy would be deployed either it is on all devices, all users, or a specific group, right? So we would be testing it and we can see how it works, right? And this way we can target specific policy or specific group on it. So let's go ahead and click next. So on the next tab, we can add a scope if in case we have any scope tags for filtering purposes. But for now, I am not going to add anything because I don't have any filters to be added or anything to be changed. And let's go ahead and click next. So under assignments, we can add all users, all devices, or specific group that we can target, and then that it's going to be added. And then click next. So once we click next, we have policy ready, right? So here you can see under the configuration settings, this is the setting that we have configured, and this is going to be pretty easy and straightforward to add it. And under these assignments, you can see included groups. There is nothing as of now, and excluded groups as well. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward, and you can create this policy and test it. And then once it is working as expected, you can go ahead and deploy it across the organization. So yeah, that's all for this video. And so let me create this one yet. Perfect. Now let me press. Okay, policy is created, so we can just simply refresh this page. Perfect. So policy is created here and is assigned to the group as well. I mean, I did not add any group here, but you can assign it to any device, any user, or any specific group that you are targeting. And here you can see the settings as well at the last, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you will like it. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to watch other videos around Microsoft 365, Intune, Azure, SharePoint, Teams, and FinOps, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.